Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us in the Quran, إِنَّ الَّذِينَ قَالُوا رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ أَلَّا تَخَافُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا وَأَبْشِرُوا بِالْجَنَّةِ الَّتِي كُنْتُمْ تُوعَدُونَ. Those who قالوا رَبُّنَا اللَّهُ, they say Allah is our God, they believe. ثُمَّ اسْتَقَامُوا, and they go straight. تَتَنَزَّلُ عَلَيْهِمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ, the angels come down on them. أَلَّا تَخَافُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا, do not be afraid and do not be sad. Do not be afraid of that, وَابْشِرُوا بِالْجَنَّةِ, and look forward to Al-Jannah. And when I asked the Shaykh what does this ayah mean, he said that the moment of death, the angels come down and says, do not be afraid and do not be sad. So I told him, where does it mention the moment of death? The word تَتَنَزَّل means constantly coming down. Constantly, at all times. If you say Allah is my God and you go straight, تَتَنَزَّل, every moment. All the time the angels are with us, tell us أَلَّا تَخَافُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا. And yes, the moment is death of one of these moments, that the angels will come to us and say, do not be afraid for what's coming and do not be sad for who you left behind. But it's one moment. But for us in Islam, every moment the angels are telling us أَلَّا تَخَافُوا وَلَا تَحْزَنُوا. In the Quran, it always tells us about the believers, لَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. There's no fear and no sadness. They should not be afraid and they should not be sad, because Allah is with them, subhanallah. So Islam is us at every moment, not only for the hereafter, but to give us the best life in this life, and then the best life in the hereafter. And if we look at the early Muslims, how many of them died in Badr? 3? How many died in Uhud? 70, that's the maximum died. And most of them lived to see that the Muslims rule the world. Most of them lived to see that the khair, the good is coming all over. Why? Because they obeyed Allah and His Messenger. So here they live to see that the wealth of the world is coming to them in a dunya, and then they get it inshallah in al-akhirah. But somebody tried to tell us, no, accept the hardship in this dunya, you get nothing in this dunya, and in the akhirah you get everything. But if we studied the true history, we'll know that they got the reward first in this dunya, and then in al-akhirah. As we mentioned before about Sayyidina Ayyub, when I was young, we were taught that Sayyidina Ayyub alayhi salam, he was patient, and he is a symbol of patience. SubhanAllah. And that's where the story of Prophet Ayyub stopped, that he taught us patience. But it didn't stop there. After Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had tested him with all these things, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I gave him back in the dunya more of his family and more money than he had before. So he got it back in the dunya first, and then he got it back in al-akhirah. And this is a very important concept, that our reward will be in the dunya first, and then in al-akhirah. So here we have to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when the ayah came in the Quran, تِلْكَ الدَّارُ الْآخِرَةُ نَجْعَلْهَا الَّذِينَ لَا يُرِيدُونَ عُلُوًّا فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلَا فَسَادًا. This is the hereafter. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, He gives it to those who don't want high places in al-ard and don't want corruption in al-ard. So Umar ibn Khattab radiallahu anhu said, as for fasad, no. As for places, we are human, we want to be better, we want higher places. I want to be better. And we want to be better, all of us as Muslims. We want to improve ourselves and be better and understand that Islam makes us better. And that's why we want to be Muslims. Rather than somebody looking at our dress and says, you are in a nar because your dress is a little long, subhanallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, أنا عند حسن ظن عبدي بي فليظن ما يشاء. أنا عند ظن عبدي بي فليظن ما يشاء. I am at what my servant thinks of me, and he could think whatever he likes. So why do we want to think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Gabbar, Intiqam, revenge and tyrant, and not think of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Ghafurun Rahim? Allah says, think of me whichever way you want. What you want, you get the best. Husn al-Zann billah. So why don't we think that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is Ghafur Rahim, forgiving and merciful, rather than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is watching us to punish us all the time and to put us in hellfire? As a young Muslim brother said, the way he was taught Islam, as if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is waiting to barbecue us all in the day of judgment. That's what the Islam, don't do this, you'll be burnt in fire. Don't do this, you'll be burnt in fire. rather than حسن الظن بالله. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, think whatever you want and I will give it to you. So we think the best. We think Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will provide for us and give us the best, and inshallah Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give us.